Yeah.
Hey guys, Z-Dub Sports Nation back here, and we got another first round preview. Today we're going to be talking about the Friday games and what 5 games we like, Zach.
Yeah, there's some really interesting matchups on Friday, and there's a lot of them to like. And we picked out 5 that we thought were the most interesting. Maybe some interesting storylines in a couple of them. Just some games that we think are going to come right down to the wire. So let's see what we got.
We'll see what we got here, guys, and let's start it off. Bring up our first game that we like, and it is USC taking on the Miami Hurricanes.
A super intriguing matchup. Miami's a team we have quite a bit of faith in.
Yeah,
honestly.
if you've seen our bracketology, you've seen how much faith we have in Miami and how much we have riding on this game.
We have a lot riding on this game. So we think we like Miami, though. It's an experienced group of guys. That a lot of seniors and juniors on this squad. Miami's a team that has the ability to get hot. They have 4 legitimate guys that can score double digits. They're led by an experienced point guard, Charlie Moore. So there's just a lot to like when you're talking about this Miami squad. USC's got a competitive team, though, too. And that's why we think it's going to come right down to the wire, though.
Yeah, odds makers feel the same way. Zach, right now they got it as USC minus bucket and a half. So it's minus 1.5 for USC. It's a coin flip game, but it doesn't seem like it a lot of time the way people are picking it.
Yeah,
when you watch stuff.
Yeah, people are picking it at like a 60. I think it's like 60 to 62 to 38% against or for USC, and that's a little surprising to me because this USC team doesn't have that many quality wins on the year.
No.
Miami, neither of them have played many quad 1 games. I don't remember USC's quad 1 record. I know Miami's is 4-1 though, so Miami is proven capable to win the games against the top opponents. And this would be another quad 1 opportunity for them, I believe, or it would be. And so I don't know. We just think this Miami team's a good squad. We're leaning them, but it's going to come right down to the wire probably.
It's going to be a tight game. I like Miami. We'll say Miami by 5.
Like them by 5. I'll go by 6 or I'll go 7. I'll go by 7
right here.
It'll be close, and then they'll get some free throws and get it to 7.
So we both got Miami winning this game. I guess.
And then we'll scroll down. We'll get to the
right here. We'll talk Virginia Tech and Texas now. This one is a game that Zach and I find really interesting as well. The way that the public is seeing this game.
Yes, the public. We saw 53% of people are picking Virginia Tech to win this game, and I think that's mostly due to recency bias. They just saw, Virginia Tech is a hot team right now. Just won the ACC. However, we know just because you win your conference championship doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do that well in the tournament. So I don't know. I'm liking this matchup because how hot Virginia Tech is and how well they can actually shoot the 3. And Texas struggles with shooting 3, but Texas can defend at such a high level.
Yeah.
That's like it's such a I don't know, it's gonna be such an interesting matchup for many reasons.
Odds makers have this as the Longhorns -1 right now, Zach. So again, it's a tight game on the betting line. I don't know. I have more faith in Texas. I think Virginia Tech, they got hot last weekend, and they're going to cool off a little bit because, you get to sit. They're going to sit for a couple of days, right? And it's going to wear on you. The momentum kind of slows, and they got to find a way to manufacture it a little more here. And I think Texas does that.
Yeah, you're right, because they what they took advantage of a lot in the Duke game was getting out and running, getting up and down the floor, hitting transition 3s, getting transition baskets. And when Texas does an extremely good job of limiting transition baskets, and March Madness is already more of a half-court game than college basketball is in the regular season. I just think Texas this year, I don't see them getting upset again. Last year they had a crazy upsetting in Abilene Christian, which I was not expecting that, honestly. But I think this Texas team is going to be hungry. They're not going to want that to happen.
Chris Beard has those boys in order. I think it'll be good for them.
I think so, too. I think he's going to draw up a masterful defensive game plan against Keva Luma and Couture. Couture is not going to put up 31 on Texas.
No. So
no chance.
I like Texas by 8.
I'm going to go by 10. I think Texas is going to prove some stuff here.
So we both got that there. Let's keep going down here, guys. And let's look at the next game we're looking at. And it's the Illinois and Chattanooga game. Now, Zach, even as an Illini fan, will admit he can see an upset here.
I can. This game really makes me nervous. Like, I like our region and everything, but in this individual matchup, it looks like a game that we could get upset in. I am worried. because this is a Chattanooga team that has Power 5 transfers. They had Sylvia D'Souza, who was supposed to be a great player at Kansas before all the drama around him happened and everything. And now he lands up at Chattanooga and puts up, I think, like 11 points, 8 boards, couple blocks a game. He's a good big man. And they have Malachi Smith, the SoCon Player of the Year. So this is a talented group, and I'm a little bit nervous about it. I am leaning Illinois, though, because I think Kofi is stronger than any Chattanooga big man. I think we shoot the three fairly well as well. We take a high volume of threes. Like Illinois, we have small guards, so we take a lot of threes. But it's going to be interesting, though.
Yeah, right now the odds makers have that game as Illinois -8. So they favor Illinois fairly handily in that one. But I think it's closer than that. I like Illinois to win it, but I don't think they cover.
I kind of agree with you.
I think Illinois by 6.
I'll go with the exact same actually there. I'll go Illinois 6 because I just don't see us being able to pull away against a team like Chattanooga. I mean, Chattanooga's a good squad. Chattanooga's a team that I wanted to probably go to some Sweet 16s, and they might still be able to pull it off against Illinois. I think we're going to pull it out, though, and it's going to be close, though.
It's going to be tight. I would hammer that line, though, that Chattanooga line, if I was putting money down.
I'm surprised they're giving 8.
Yeah, that's a generous. I saw that, and I was a little caught off guard there. Let's talk here, Zach, about – give me a quick take right here in this LSU Iowa State game before we move on.
This one's just interesting because I think it's going to be so close. These teams can't score the ball very well, but they defend at the highest of levels. And so I like this game just for if you love a defensive battle, that's what you're getting. If you love good defense, watch this game.
Give me a guess on what the over-under is in that game right now, Zach.
Over-under. I'll put like 105.
128.5.
Oh, they're going – that's higher. See, I was going to think they're even going to
go. They got a high. Odds makers have that high.
Like I'm thinking the game's going to be in the 50s.
Yeah.
I'll go like 57, 54, that type of
something
score.
Like that. I see that more. But I'd hammer the under there.
I would too.
You never know. Let's talk right here about UAB in Houston, Zach. We'll talk more about this game right here. What do you like here? The UAB is a team that there's a lot of basketball fans have caught some attention to UAB here.
They have. I think Jelly Walker is the main reason for that. You know, Jelly Walker, he's a flashy player, a guard for UAB that averages 20 and a half a game. Dude put up 40 in the semis of Conference USA tournament. There's a lot to like for this UAB team because me and Will, we thought the Conference USA was a little criminally underrated throughout the year.
How many teams they end up getting into the tournaments?
They only end up with just one, right? One bid league, which you could have made an argument that North Texas could have been an at-large. You know what I mean? Like North Texas is a good squad, and La Tech, the team they beat to get in, is a good squad. So we think this UAB team, they're 27-7, 14-4 in conference, but I think they're better than that. I think they're
against a banged up Houston team here.
Against a banged up Houston team that struggles to score the ball at times without their two best players getting hurt. I don't know. I just feel like this is a classic upset 12-5.
Houston -8.5 right now is the line.
This one's even more surprising than the Illinois line to me. I'm surprised they're giving Houston -8.5. I just think UAB is a quality opponent that's not going to go down easily. And they're coached by Ole Miss's old coach, Andy Kennedy.
I'd take the points. I'd definitely take the points and take UAB here. I'd almost pick UAB to win outright, but I'd for sure take the points.
I would too. I'm for sure taking the points because UAB, there's no way to me they're going to get blown out by this Houston team.
No.
Like I would be like shocked if they did that. So we are very interested because Houston plays defense extremely well.
Yeah.
Are they going to shut down Jelly Walker?
136 is the over-under, I believe, right now on that game.
Okay, that's a game I can see. I'm going to guess this game's in the 60s.
Yeah.
Be in the 60s, and I'm going to guess UAB wins by about 4.
UAB by 4. I'll say, UAB. We need a buzzer beater shot, right? I think UAB's got it for the day. Jelly gets it, and we see our first. We see one of our big storylines of the first round is a buzzer beater for Jelly Walker, and UAB advances past Houston in that 5-12 upset.
That would be dope. That'd be awesome.
So let's go right here, and we'll move. Ooh, we disappeared.
Just scored. Oh, yeah, you go.
Hit the back arrow. Sorry, guys. Let's go down, and we'll talk about Davidson and Michigan State.
This one's interesting. This is the fall we kind of mentioned in our bracket, but the dynamic Foster Lawyer, Michigan State's old backup point guard for 3 seasons. He is now the star point guard for Davidson.
Yeah.
And it's going to be super interesting to see how he does against his old teammates and some of his old buddies. But he's a guy averaging 16 and a half a game, and he shoots, I think, 40% from 3. And Davidson's not, they have a bunch of dudes who can score. They have he either got player of the year in their conference or not. I don't remember. I can't remember how it went down, but I think he got player of the year in their conference. Their other guy who can score.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I can't remember his name right now. I'm blanking, but he's really good too. So I don't know. This is going to be a really interesting game for that Foster Lawyer storyline.
Yeah.
We're interested in that.
It's Michigan State by 1 right now. -1.
-1.
It's basically a pick.
Basically a pick them, which is crazy to see Michigan State. This is not a vintage Michigan State team.
No.
Like this Michigan State team that doesn't really have one guy to rely on. We think Tyson Walker, we don't even know his health status. Actually, at least I don't as of right now. I need to check on it because he got banged up in one of the Big Ten tournament games. But Tyson Walker maybe is a guy you can rely on. We saw him do it against Illinois earlier in the year. But I don't know. There's not, for me, a lot to trust in Michigan State right now versus a well-rounded Davidson team.
Yeah, I like Davidson.
I like Davidson. I think an A10's always it was a little bit down this year for the Atlantic 10. They ended up getting a 2-bid league because Richmond winning the automatic. But I don't know. I just lean Davidson because they're balanced. A lot more balanced with a couple guys who can actually score at a high clip. Mm-hmm. So
I like Davidson by 7.
I like Davidson I'll go Davidson by a 10.
10 here for Davidson. They get double digits right there. And let's talk one more here, Zach. This game, we'll talk about TCU Seton Hall, but we'll give a quick comment right here. Colgate in Wisconsin. I think this is a closer game. I think it is a close game. And I'd be more inclined to pick Colgate if we're playing this game anywhere other than Madison or other than Milwaukee.
Yes, I agree. I think it's a very interesting game. I think if it's not in Wisconsin, it is a better game. And maybe Colgate can pull this off still. If you can limit Johnny Davis, or Johnny Davis has like a 3 of 19 game like he did in the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah.
Maybe Colgate pulls this off. I don't see them having a defender that can slow Johnny down to that extent, but I do agree with Will, and I think this is going to be a close one.
But we'll talk right here quickly about TCU and Seton Hall. TCU is a team that we picked to do well in the Big 12 tournament, Zach, and they won their first game. They beat Texas, they beat Texas in their first game, and they ended up losing to Kansas. But Seton Hall's still, or TCU for me, is still a good team. They're a really good team, actually.
I think so too. I still like this TCU team. It's a team me and Will both like this season. I think TCU,
they scrap.
They scrap. They obviously they shoot the 3 very poorly, and we know that they don't have like a bunch of guys that are going to spot up and hit shots. But what they do is they scrap and they dog it out. And what this is going to be probably a pretty low scoring game as well. Neither of these teams shoot the 3 ball very well. And so, but when you have a guard like Mike Miles, who might even go to the NBA next year, I've been hearing people say. So, but I kind of lean TCU here. I think they've had a little more battle tested against some tough opponents in the Big 12, or the Big East. Will said it more than me, and I kind of agree with what he's saying. It's a pretty everyone's kind of average in the Big East.
The Big East. I mean, it's not anyone that's just bad, but it's just a bunch of teams that are meh.
And that's how it is. Like Villanova, UConn are like a little step above meh, but everybody else, including
they're
Seton Hall,
okay.
They can win a game or two.
I can see a Sweet 16 out of Villanova and UConn.
Yeah.
But I don't see much else. Like I just see tournament teams, maybe a 32 team, but not much further than that. I don't see national title contenders really in the Big East.
Yeah, which is what TCU's had to face. TCU's faced 3 national title contenders.
For sure 2.
And for sure 2. Depends on how you view Baylor as of right now. But Baylor earlier in the year before their injuries was definitely a national title contender. And so, yeah, I think I lean TCU. I think they've been a little more battle tested. I like what I've seen out of them. But don't get me wrong, if this game goes Seton Hall's way or a buzzer beater, I could see this game being a classic.
I could see this game being a really great game. It is right now TCU -1.
So it's that close. I mean, it's a pick 'em. And Jared, I will say this about Seton Hall. Somebody that does impress me from Seton Hall is Jared Roden. He's a good small forward, averages about 16 a game, 5 boards. I mean, anytime I've seen him play, he's had good games. So I like Jared Roden, and if Jared Roden can kind of take over this game, you could definitely, I could definitely see Seton Hall winning. It's gonna be a good one though.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a really great game here. So that's what we see, guys, heading to Friday. Do we have anything else we want to talk about here, Zach?
I think the games early in the day are all probably pretty much blowouts because they're all like 14-3, 15-2s.
Actually, one thing we want to quickly mention before we end this video, I want to quickly talk right here, this Alabama versus the winner of Rutgers and Notre Dame. We aren't going to spend too much time on it because we don't know 100% who it's going to be. Again, we're recording this Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
We got some stuff Thursday that's going to prevent us really from getting this recorded and out at a decent time for you guys. But Zach and I are both of the opinion that if Rutgers can win that game against Notre Dame, they can cause trouble for Alabama.
We definitely think so. This is a Rutgers team that has proven to be good opponents, and Alabama is a good opponent. So we like Rutgers odds if they get out. I think both of us agree we don't like Notre Dame's odds as much against Alabama. I think Alabama could beat Notre Dame.
It depends on the Alabama too, though.
It does. If Alabama shoots 2 of 20 or something like that from 3, then I think Notre Dame could beat them too.
Yeah.
But we're really interested in this this Rutgers Notre Dame that's about to happen because it kind of skews our opinions. That's why we didn't
quite dive too deep into it because we don't 100% know the matchup, but it's something to watch for if Rutgers is in that game.
Yeah, and I think it becomes a great game if it's Rutgers Alabama.
Well, guys, that's what we think about Friday right now. And I'm excited, Zach. It's gonna be great. The first round is looking good, and even it makes me excited for the 32. Man, previewing some of the 32 matchups that could happen if things go the way we think it might. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. The amount of games that have like 1 to 2 point spreads in this tournament is pretty high. There's a lot of good matchups from every seed line. There's good matchups.
I think Gonzaga is the only 1 seed I feel 100% comfortable with in their 8-9 game or in their 32 game.
Yeah, against Boise or Memphis, I'm kind of with you.
Because I could see TCU beating Arizona. I could see Kansas losing to Creighton or San Diego State, and I could see I believe Baylor will lose to Notre Dame or North Carolina.
I agree with you, and I think the 2 most vulnerable ones in the second round, it would be Baylor, and I think Arizona is the second most vulnerable.
Yeah,
I see them a little more vulnerable this year. I think just because their matchup, because I just think TCU causes issues for top teams.
So, guys, that's what we think about the first round and a few thoughts going into 32. That's what we have for you guys. We're going to make a video after the first round's over, put that out Friday night probably, of just recapping the first round, storylines we see, games we liked, highlights for that. Then we'll also record a 32 preview for you guys, previewing the round of 32, what we like in the games to watch.
Yep, it's going to be fun, guys.
But guys, take care. As we mentioned in our last video, we got a Discord out now where you guys can join and just talk college ball with us.
Yeah. Join us, talk with us, because man, we love talking this stuff. We do, and it's going to be super entertaining. And because it's going to be madness starting tomorrow,
starting Thursday, and then all through for the next 3 weeks. It's gonna be crazy. I'm excited.
So excited.
But take care, guys. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
See ya.